Yeah, let me just start with the battery. So I've been using this phone daily for about a week, putting it through its paces, giving it heavy and light full days of use. So how did it do? So I found battery life on iPhone 12 mini to be subpar, but manageable. So on heavy days, you can kill it 100% in less than a day for sure. On some of my regular days, I would be ending the day roughly dead, 0%, with like 4 hours of screen on time, which nowadays is not really that impressive. Now, it still has great standby time like the rest of the iPhones have had for years. So if you're a lighter user and the phone's just chilling, not doing anything for a while, it will end up with pretty decent battery life over the course of a normal day for you. But yeah, if you're using this 1080p OLED for heavy stuff, a lot of screen on, gaming, navigation, just doing a lot of stuff, you can burn through the battery and kill it in a day. So this is what I was concerned I would find. It's not great, but it's not trash, and a lot of people will still be okay with that. Actually, honestly, a lot of people considering and buying mini phones are the ones that aren't doing a ton of heavy use.
So right now we're actually headed to Taco Bell. Your boy is hungry, what can I say? But we're actually using the GPS on the iPhone mini. Now just pretend I got like a phone holder. All right, don't judge, but we've got it right there. Now, small phone, you think, okay, it'd probably be hard to use this phone as a GPS because you think small screen, but thankfully the screen isn't small, so it definitely works. So we're gonna get some grab some chalupas, that toasted cheddar chalupa, man. It's on point, I'm not gonna lie, not a sponsor. But yeah, we're gonna go over there and check that out. And we're testing out the battery life. We'll see how it impacts battery once we get there. Now back to our Fire Force, Carl.
Back to Fire Force.
Yeah.
1374 Commercial.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, so we're about to pick up our order, but just a quick battery update now that we finished this trip. It is 3:30. We got 40% left, and in terms of screen on time, we are looking at 2 hours and 35 minutes of screen on time. iPhone mini, so it's a smaller battery. So we'll see what it finishes off the day at, but only 2 hours, 40% left. Not the greatest battery life that I've seen so far. Now, we still gotta go to CVS. So we'll do that next. We'll maybe eat in a parking lot somewhere and then go to CVS. Oh snap, I need to pull up my GPS before we start actually going anywhere. All right, we out. So Carl is actually gonna go grab something from CVS. I'm going to break my own personal rule of no eating in this car.
Oh, there's a...
Oh, there's a rule, Jay.
Okay.
You don't see these white seats? Gosh, I can't risk it, man. But I will risk it. Today's the day. Today's the day.
2020, so...
2020 bad things are happening, Jay. So that's not a good sign for my car, man. I'll show you guys what I got here. That chalupa is no joke. I'm just gonna take a picture of it too. All right, guys, if there's ever a recommendation that you take from me, it's try this toasted cheddar chalupa. It's so good. Let's take a picture. Oh, we got some sun in the back. Ooh, this is about to look fire. The ultimate chalupa picture right here. Look at that, Jay. Tell me that's not clean. Taco Bell, cut me a check, man. Making your stuff look good. All right, let's hit them with one more. We get a little lens flare in there. Ooh, a wide angle shot. Jay, we getting crazy in here. Bam, this is our situation right here. Taco Bell, in the car, waiting on Carl. Jay, you want a taco or something, man?
I don't eat Taco Bell.
Oh, do you like Doritos? Damn. Oh, Jay, what are you telling me right now? Jay, I thought I knew you, man. CJ, this is why I don't eat in this car. You see how it's dripping? If this box weren't here, man, it'd either drip on me or my seats. Thank God this is here. I'm gonna finish this and I'm done eating in here for today. We'll finish the rest at home or something. What's up, Carl? Get in here, what are you doing? All right, guys, so Carl has been begging me for I don't know how long to don't even try.
I was not. What are you doing?
Jude, I need a new flick. I need a flick.
I have a 12 Pro Max now. I can take
So
my own
you can take your own
I
flick?
can take my own flick.
How?
I don't know yet.
You can just take selfies. Anyway, he's trying to act brand new for the camera, but he's been begging me to take a good picture for him so he can post it up on like IG or Snapchat. I don't know what these kids do. But come on, let's get a good flick of you right here. We've shot at this spot before, and then we'll throw a little portrait mode in there. Turn a little. Bam. All right. Let's see what we got so far. Oh, these are solid, Carl.
Man.
Look at that, yo, you look clean, son. The jacket looks clean. And this is a portrait mode shot, and we have a normal one, and that looks pretty exposed in the back.
As you guys can see, guys, I'm dropping an album.
Anyway, we do see it retain a little bit of the blue that's up there, and we got some orange at the bottom, but there's a big chunk of white. For the most part, you're good. You can get off my back now.
Send them.
And stop acting. You see, send them. Acting like he didn't want the picture.
Right, so I want them, but I was asking, guys.
You're lying, Carl. Put that on your life.
Come on, what would you do?
But after driving around for a bit, thankfully we got back home to a spot where I could properly eat my food and watch some content. And we've already talked about this, but even though this phone is super tiny, it still has a pretty decently sized display. So watching content here while eating, if you're on a lunch break or something, definitely gonna be doable. And the speakers are actually quite surprising considering its size. I mean, I hear it just fine. Just watching like my YouTube videos, I have no problem hearing this. Now, is it as loud as something like the Max? Probably not, but is it bad? No. So for me, it definitely sounds good enough. I wouldn't be mad with these speakers whatsoever. And because it's iPhone, even if you block one of the sides, what am I doing here? No, that's so rude. But yeah, even if you block one of the speaker sides, you still hear it very well over here. Happy with the speakers, even on the Mini. And this is the part of the video where I tell you guys, my greatest nightmare came true. We lost some footage, so you don't actually have the ending of this real day in the life. We're not sure what happened to that clip, but I can pretty much summarize it for you. When using this phone all day, not doing anything super demanding, we ended up with 4 hours and 22 minutes of screen on time. And with what I put this phone through throughout the day, I can tell you guys that it's not really great. These are smaller phones, so they have smaller battery capacities. So that is something you're gonna wanna keep in mind when you're purchasing this. If you're trying to choose between the iPhone 12 mini and something like the 12, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're okay with this kind of battery life because it will die on you pretty quickly. So I can't say I'm too surprised with these results, but if you're trying to purchase this phone, you will get a phone that is of equal caliber to the iPhone 12, but you have to keep in mind that you're trading that form factor for less battery life. It will be more comfortable in the hand, but are you comfortable with charging it a little bit earlier during the day or maybe needing multiple charges throughout the day? That's for you to decide, but there is a trade-off here.
The battery life on the 12 mini is respectable. Better than I thought it would be, definitely better than the SE, and it's just a solid battery life. Not as good as the Pro Max though, right? There is a clear winner in that regard. But when you do something like this, a big shrink in phone size, you're gonna have shorter battery life. But the other thing I noticed is that on the 12 mini, it seems to be more affected by your type of content that you're viewing, more so than the other three phones. Like you saw that test on the dark website, this lasts quite a bit longer than the white website. And that's a result of the OLED tech, right? When you have a dark pixel, it's not using nearly as much energy as a brightly lit white pixel. So battery life on the iPhone 12 mini is solid, but if you're someone who uses dark mode on your phone and you view dark websites, it'll just go a little bit further than you would expect.
The first one is battery life, and I know it's a big question mark, so I just am gonna tell you what my experience has been. I definitely noticed a difference between the regular iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 mini, and the upshot is that while I kinda had to work to kill the iPhone 12 by the end of the day, with the iPhone 12 mini, I could do it pretty easily. Now, with a little bit of care in how you use it and strategic use of battery saver, I do think you can get through a full day with no problems, but you gotta keep an eye on it. Apple doesn't give out specs for its battery sizes, which, you know, it's really annoying. I get that lots of things affect battery life and you can't tell everything from just the milliamp count of the battery, but it's still really helpful information. Anyway, all we know for sure is that the battery is smaller, but then the screen is smaller too, so that takes up less power. With battery saver and a little care in how you use it, you can get through a full day. It's a disappointment, but it's not a surprise. But it does mean that I use this phone a little bit differently from how I use big phones.